following is a special presentation. From the Captain Esports Network.
This isn't just a game. This is iRacing. It is a track that got its nickname, believe it or not, from Walt Disney World. If you didn't know that, now you know, and you're already a little bit smarter than you were a few minutes ago, which you're smart cookies. We appreciate everybody watching here tonight. We welcome you into the Captain Esports Network in race number 4 of the USORL Track in Turf Truck Series. It is the Sargento Cheese 100 here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway, virtually on iRacing. Still trying to confirm rumors if the winner tonight will get cheese on their lobster. That probably would be disgusting. But needless to say, we got a lot of great racers here tonight ready to go for 100 laps around the Magic Mile. As You're going to see some beating and banging and some good old hard truck racing here tonight on the Captain Esports Network. Appreciate everybody for joining us here as qualifying coming up here in just a few minutes or so as we take a look at the point standings. It's been the Eric Sable show so far as he has won all 3 races this season. Of course, the win at Daytona, the win at Auto Club, the win at Charlotte last week. Of course, this is a little bit of a different cookie, if you will, a 1-mile flat track that anything can happen. Of course, you're going to see some strategy here tonight, I think. You're going to see some wild racing. As per usual, you're going to see the suspects up front and having a good time. We get a good field of 31 trucks ready to race, and I think we're in for a good time here tonight. So make sure you share this out to your friends and family members, and let's get some people in here to watch some good Thursday night racing here tonight on the Captain Esports Network. So qualifying is coming up here in about 5 minutes or so as we cover our portion here of the schedule in this USORL Truck Series, of course, presented by Track and Turf. We're here all the way through the end of July. Of course, next week will be the week off, and honored to be a part of the racing here on Thursday night. And so far, we've seen some pretty crazy racing. We've seen our share of yellows, but when you have a big field and a low-distance lapped race, you're going to get that kind of racing. And it's been wild so far, and I think it's a good opportunity for us to bring some drivers up here to talk to them. Before we do so, you might ask, well, Captain, what's up with this Magic Mile deal? Well, believe it or not, when this track was first built back in 1993, the original owners sent their family and friends and workers all down to Disney World to train. And what he wanted to do was make this racetrack just like Disney World when it comes to the happiest place on earth where people can come and enjoy themselves. So ever since then, the track has been termed the Magic Mile. And that's where the nickname comes from. A pretty cool story there. As we bring up the guy who's undefeated right now, Eric Sable, of course, second in practice right now. Seems like you and Andrew are always at the top of practice when it's all said and done here. But tonight, 100 laps of a different style. Not on the banking anymore. Now it's all about rhythm and patience and saving that right front tire. The question, Sable, can you do it again tonight?
Well, that's a huge, question. Right in my eyes right now, I am not running that well. Like in practice, I'm struggling to find, speed. And that lap that put me P2 just now, that was the most speed I have. Yeah, the tractor's about 117 degrees, the sun is out. And I was looking over Andrew's lap, and he was downshifting. And I tried downshifting in 1 and 2, and it just broke loose on me. So maybe I can go for 4 in a row. That'd be fantastic. That'll be really, pushing my buttons, though, if I do get that P1 spot here tonight.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you, is this a matter of a short run? Is it a long run issue that you're having, or is it just all the way around?
Right now, it's all the way around. I can't figure. I was never, ever good at New Hampshire. Now we just struggle to find the right line. If I'm entering too high, entering too low, it's really tough because the truck just wants to slide and break out as soon as you step on the throttle here. So there's really no grip anywhere, and it's just flat. It's really you have to find that right. Once you get it, and if you don't get it, you don't have it. So I don't know. Hopefully throughout the 100 laps here, I can find my place and find some speed.
League administrators are currently scrambling to make New Hampshire the race on every the rest of the season, basically. So,
yeah.
Man, good luck tonight in all seriousness, and maybe we'll talk here later on.
Yeah, man, enjoy the broadcast.
You too, buddy. Eric Sable, of course, as you hear him, kind of got the struggle bus out there right now, as he is having some issues with New Hampshire, which is not surprising. I mean, this track is a worn-out surface. If you look at it from top, as you saw in the cameras here in a few minutes, look right here. You see where the groove is clearly marked on the straightaways. I mean, all that kind of fresh asphalt down there in the inside part of the track and where all the cars run on the outside here. And then, obviously, you got the progressive banking in the corners. It makes it very tricky here to get around. You're going to see cars pretty much from about the second groove up to there's a little bit of a darker portion in the corners. And up until this past weekend, if you'd asked me, can you run from the bottom to the top of this track, I'd have told you no. You run about where the lines are pretty much on the track in the corners. But as we saw Sunday, you can now run pretty much from the Cup Garage all the way to the state line and get away with it. But no, in all seriousness, so I think you're going to see a pretty wide track here tonight. You're going to see a lot of tight racing and so on and so forth. So looking forward to seeing what can happen here this evening. So let's see how much time we get here. Going to wrap up practice right now. So we're going to go to qualifying here at the Magic Mile. And let's see who can put their truck on the pole here this evening. And then we actually get ourselves a nice little 5-minute window coming up afterwards that maybe we'll talk to a few more drivers, get our national anthem in, and so much more. Of course, our cameras tonight, as you see our blimp view here, somebody rolling out there on the track right now going into turn 1 and 2, is presented by TrackCams22. Check them out online on Facebook and the iRacing forums at TrackCams22.com. This track originally known as a road course. And I watched the video actually last week of the late great Ken Squire posting his news segment where he talked about the breaking of the basically the groundbreaking of the speedway portion of this track that was put in. Of course, hosted its first Cup race in 1993. As Tyler Stallhood going to cross the line, he'll be one of the first ones to do so, along with Merzlak and Weaver and Spencer as these guys go into turn number 2. That's Weaver there in that 55 car. Very flat track here, 6 degrees of banking in the corners. For those who don't know, that is actually lower banking than the straightaways at Dover. Hendricks on the pole right now at a 31 flat pretty much as the 55 crosses the line. He's P3, 31.23. As you see laps get laid down here. Not quite sure if you're going to see the fast lap on the first lap or the second lap. As Sable goes 30.85. 30.80 with a 5, I should say. So now we're going to have to go ask him where that lap came from. As others lay some pretty sporty laps down here. Here's the 82 of Jake Collins. He's P5 right now as Sidnor goes P2. The second car, or truck in this case, to go 30 seconds. One of the other faster trucks out here in practice. Once again, we're watching him. This 94 of Andrew Hennessy's purple through 1 and 2, coming off 3 and 4, coming to the start-finish line. Can he put the truck on the pole? He sure does. 30.72 as Hennessy looks to get the first pole. Here's Cam Barnes, that 7 truck. As Cam will slot in the 9th position, 31.15. And everybody, for the most part, has put laps down. Let's see who else comes out here on the track. I think the Monster Energy Toyota of Darren Ingram going to come out on track. Looks like Merzlak had issues on both his laps, so his laps won't count. Spencer tried. Looks like Murad has tried. But it looks like this is going to be the one truck that we have left to get out there. So let's see. Let's actually jump on board his truck here. Let's listen to the audio and see if we got some shifting going on here. You see up here in this darker spot, right about up here is about as far up as you can go. And maybe get some fresh grip there. Down the turn 1, lets the truck drift up here. Try to be straight as you can off that corner, down the straightaway here. Got some bumps right here where the track goes outside there as a road course that I originally talked about there. Is you got to be careful not to hit those bumps and get your truck loose as Ingram brings it through 3 and 4. And his lap. Pretty good one as he is 9th with a 31.12. And right now, it looks like it's Tennessee going to be on the pole here. As we still got a minute left, but nobody's on track, so it looks like everybody's going to yield this one. And it will be Hennessy winning the pole here this evening. So congratulations to him on being the fast one here tonight in New Hampshire. And we'll pull him up here really quickly and let's talk to him as we get ready to go into the warm-up session. If I can find him in chat. He might not be here, actually. Yeah, he's actually not here, so unfortunate, but it's all good. Congratulations to him on the pole. How about the guy who starts third, Mr. Austin Hakes? Let's see if he is in here. He is. And let's bring Austin up here after a good third-place qualifying run for you, sir. Great job. Obviously, how do we turn this into a win tonight?
Well, you're asking the $1 million question, right? I think patience probably is going to be a big one. Not spinning out coming out of turn 2. I don't know.
Well, obviously, a lot of pressure, I guess, so to say, starting up there in that third position. But one thing about this track, it's very easy to push up the track because you're, on the inside of other trucks and you're on a flat track, so there's nothing really catching the right side of the car. So how precise do you got to be when you're, especially on the start of this race, when you're going to be on the bottom lane, going into a corner knowing somebody's on your outside?
Yeah, it's going to be difficult. Like you said, you're just going into the corner, you're a little bit tight, cuts through the center, but then you're just loose coming off, so you got to make sure to not slide into anybody. You don't want to do that, and especially early on. I'm starting third, like you said. Just gotta take my time, not make any mistakes, and I think that's the key to the race. Really, is no mistakes.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to do that. Any advice from the friends?
Wait, what was the question?
Any advice from the friends?
No, they don't know either. So.
Oh, come on, Tuck this knows. Peyton Johnson knows. Come on now.
Yeah, they do know. Well, Tuck says I'm a better driver than he is. He's lying. I don't know.
If you're a better driver than he does, and he's ran 14,000 races probably today alone, I'm sure there's a problem.
That's what I mean, he races like nonstop every day, right? So, there's not much I could do about that.
I understand that, man. Well, hey, best of luck in all seriousness here tonight, and maybe we'll talk later.
All right, thank you.
Sounds good. Austin Hakes starting in the third position. And let's get him down. I think he's in channel number 12 or something like that. So we'll just put him down in a random channel and let him move himself. All right. So we talked to two of the top three for Hennessy. It's his first pole this season as he tries to get himself up there in the win category. Of course, he does have two top fives. He and Sable, the only two. I'm sorry, Benjamin White, the other driver, with two top fives so far this season or more. Only two drivers with three top tens as the season continues. And let's talk to that other driver, that being the driver of the 54 of Darren Ingram. And see if Darren's got a copy. He's got himself muted. Darren, you got a copy?
Yes, I got you.
All right, buddy. Hey, well, you're one of two drivers so far in the series with three top 10 finishes in the first three starts. So what do we do tonight to make that 4 for 4?
Well, hopefully I think we're off to a good start for it. This is by far my best qualifying attempt of the year so far. So got less people to pass to start here. So just going to try to stay out of trouble. I feel pretty good about my pace on the long run here. Just try to minimize mistakes, avoid any wrecks, and just hope we keep it in that top 10, that special number top 10 to keep the streak going.
Well, the one thing I noticed, I was actually on board your truck, is you were one of the last ones to put a lap down there in qualifying, and the one thing I noticed is how you kind of ran turn 3 and 4 a lot different than 1 and 2. Was there any theory to that, or is that something you've kind of found grip-wise up top in 3 and 4 that helped you out?
Man, you're spilling my secrets here.
Sorry,
you got the competition watching, but no, yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to go wherever the truck just kind of feels where it wants to go naturally. Try not to fight it much. You're really rolling through the corners here, so I just try to go with where the path of least resistance, and that's just kind of where it felt best. So that's just where I put it.
Well, the fact we won't tell anybody that you're actually shifting to second gear going into the corner.
Correct.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, hey, best of luck here this evening, man.
Awesome. Thank you. And I know you'll put on a great show.
I appreciate it, man. I just got to figure out what room number you were in. I think you're down in this one, so let's put you there. As that's a 54 of Darren Ingram, the only other driver with 3 top 10s so far in the series here this season. So, all right, got, let's see, yep, got about 30 seconds left, so let's go trackside for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, back here we are for the Sargento 100. You see the truck still out there on the track. That's because I had a brain moment and realized as I'm playing the anthem, I'm like, wait a minute, they do 10 minutes of a warm-up, not 5 minutes. So we still got a little bit of filler to do. So let's talk a little bit about 40 Racewear. That, of course, you can check out right now. And their website, 40racewear.com. If you're interested in gloves and shoes and merchandise and so much more, hit up Jim Herrick and 40 Racewear at 40racewear.com for your merchandise and shoes and so much more. 40 Racewear. I wear their shoes, so does others, and you can too when you're sitting there playing your iRacing or whatever sim you like to play. If it's Assetto Corsa, if it's Forza, if it's whatever. And heck, you can even use your shoes for American Truck Simulator. Ask how I know. Check out 40racewear.com. All right, so once again, Hennessy up at the top in practice. Seems to be a common theme here. Sable up there, P2. Davey Hendricks there, P3. So I think we're seeing some of the speed here tonight show up there at the top. Of course, Luke Smith was fast last week at Charlotte. And he's looking to get himself a good run here tonight. Ethan Hallis up there in the 4th position, having a good run here so far. Let's talk to Garrett Sidnor, who's had a couple of good runs here this season. As we still got a couple minutes left here, as we've finished up the anthem. And Garrett, right before you get into the truck here to start this 100-lap race, you've had a pretty good start to the season here so far. What do we have to do to knock Sable off the top?
A lot, but I mean, he's been pretty stellar this year. It's glad to have a Ford in victory lane, though, every week, that's for sure. But, yeah, I mean, really, I think it's just going to be controlling. I mean, keeping the truck underneath you is going to be the big thing for tonight. I mean, we only, like we do every week, we don't have a lot of laps, but these corners are treacherous, getting back to the gas, and I think it's just going to be who's going to not burn up the right side tires as hard and who survives turn 2. We'll kind of go from there. But, yeah, we've had a decent start to the season. We haven't been up in the top 5, top 10 at the end of the things to show for it as much as I would like to. But, yeah, I think there's a good shot for us tonight, possibly get a top 5 finish. But we'll just have to, as per usual, see how things play out.
With the way the racing is here with the shorter lap distance, when you have 31 trucks out there on track, like you're going to have this evening, obviously track position's everything in every race. However, on a track like this, a flat track makes it tough to pass. Is it at a premium tonight to where you will see a lot of strategies probably being played with tires and stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you'll definitely see some people trying it. I mean, people were trying it at Charlotte, and you could still kind of make your way through. But here, even though it's, wide in the corners and you got plenty of room to move, it's very refined to a lane or two that you can really make moves. And yeah, like you said, you're going to have to be up front and try to stay up front for the most part to contend all night. It's just, yeah, it's going to be more than ever to be important to be up front. That's for sure.
Absolutely, man. Well, you've had a great start to the season so far, and let's see if you can, you like lobster, by the way?
I don't think I've ever had lobster, so it'd be a good time to try it.
That makes two of us.
So you can get one.
And the $1 million question, the boss man made this the Sargento 100, so does that mean you get cheese on the lobster?
I would love to have like a side thing of like mac and cheese.
That would, lobster mac
to
and
go
cheese,
with it.
right?
Ooh, yeah, that sounds pretty good. You're making me hungry. I haven't actually had anything to eat in a little bit, so.
I'm sorry to do that. Well, go enjoy yourself, and best of luck.
Yeah, thank you.
You too, buddy. Of course, I feel bad. All right, as joined there by Garrett Sidnor, who has qualified up near the front here as he gets ready. I think I moved into the right channel. I hope I did. Anyways, all right, now we finally get a grid. So let's do so here and get you the starting lineup for the Sargento Cheese 100 at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. 31 trucks about to grid for 100 laps of racing is Hennessy on the pole with Eric Sable, the guy who's won all 3 races here on the, not here, but in the series this season, starts on the outside. Austin Hakes and Garrett Sidnor there in row 2. Davey Hendricks, Luke Smith there in row number 3. Jake Collins, Ethan Hallis, row 4. Darren Ingram and Cam Barnes there, row 5. Joseph Weaver, the 55, and Kerry Rogers there in row number 6. Row 7 is where you see David Hazard, the boss man, and Kendorian Davis. Louis Schramm the 3rd. Blake Beacon in row 8. Row 9, Antonio Ruiz and Henrietta Bordeaux. Sean Gus and Zach Krastowski in row 10. Row 11, Hoang Do and Noah Joyce. Ricky Sis Jr., Jay Tway in row number 12. The rest of these guys didn't go to qualifying lap in outside of Tyler Stallhood, who starts 25th. Cal Lovall, Stephen Merzlack, William Page, John Peterson, Jason Christian, Michael Morata, Austin Spencer in 32nd in the final position. 100 laps tonight. I guess I should edit the distance on there. It's actually 100 laps, not 80, which is a little over 100 miles. Believe it or not, this track is like 1.00 or 1.017, I think, or something like that when it comes to the mileage. So whatever that math comes out to in the end. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page here on the Captain Esports Network if you haven't done so already. As the field's going to bring it through turn 3 and 4. Race number 4 about to be underway. Will it be Sable again tonight? Or will we see somebody different go to victory lane first? They must survive turn 2, as you heard it mentioned in the interviews, as the green flag waves. And we're underway from New Hampshire. You're going to see them sorted out here. 2, 3 wide. One truck already going to the apron down there to make a pass. As Hennessy clears Sable through that treacherous turn 2. Everybody okay so far. And I say that as the caution comes out as one truck goes spinning. And back there in the back, it looks like Tyler Stallhood has spun her out. And turn 2 has already claimed somebody on lap number 1. Let's see if he had help or if he just went around. You see the 9, 3 wide with him already into turn 1 and 2. And this is where it gets kind of interesting. He's getting loose already right there. Truck comes around, cold tires. Everybody, oh, look, contact there. 62 and 43 make contact. He's got to treat the throttle like an egg's underneath it there for a short time, get those tires up to temp. But you could see Tyler was in trouble pretty much in the middle of turn 1 and 2. Of course, you get those different speed levels here. As I mentioned, Stallhood kind of new to iRacing. You get the 9, who's obviously probably been on here for a while, able to make that move, get around him. I mean, right there you see 3's already in trouble. All right, appreciate you guys hanging out here tonight again. If you got some friends who like to enjoy this kind of stuff, you can reach out to them. They can come join us here on the Captain Esports Network tonight. Again, after this race, we'll be done for pretty much a week. 6 days before our next broadcast as we get ready for the 4th of July holiday. And then after that, we get another few days off. So one broadcast in the next 12 or 13 days or something like that. And sometimes it's good to have that little time off. Just take that break and kind of catch your breath. And as good news is, nobody a lap down here, so we will get a very quick caution here and go back green at lap 4. Stall hit on pit road. Topping off the fuel cell there. It looks like Peterson and Page all came to pit road probably to get damage fixed from that little bit of contact, but a good chance for these guys to regroup it up and bring it back to the green flag here as Hennessy leads them. Good crowd here at the Magic Mile as the green comes back out. Here we go. Good start there for the 94. Top 2 single file. First battle going to be about 3rd. We talked to Hakes about being that bottom truck. When you have a truck to your outside, can get very loose right there. Can push up mid-corner. Everybody up. Around goes Collins and Ruiz. Then a couple trucks going around. Oh, more contact back here. And well, we're 2 for 2, unfortunately. Looks like Krastowski involved in this one. So is Weaver. Holong Do, Murata maybe gotten some damage, but this one took a couple people. As you saw on the camera, we were right on Collins as he was sideways. Let's see how this one takes place. Another truck in loose, a little tank slap by the 82. Everybody goes to avoid. 11 goes down into the infield, and then some trucks are checking up here, and unfortunately get some people running others over. They're trying to stick her up the middle. Get whatever he can there on the 4. You can see the 82 right up front, right there. The black zone. There's some contact with the 11. He goes around. So we actually had 2 separate incidences here. And then, unfortunately, the 4 goes to stop, and 62 runs him over. The 88 to 3 all come in there. Time from Collins. You see the back end just comes around on him there. Once again, low tire pressures. It's got to be very timid on the pedal as you're rolling. Until those tires get up to temp. Unfortunately, you don't have the setups in these trucks that the real cars do, where you got the left rear tire pretty much squatting on the track because it's so low in pressure. So pretty much everybody with damage came to pit road that time around. turn number 4 and back to the green flag here at lap number 8. As Bordeaux heads up towards the outside wall, and there's about the closest you'll see to what looked like the Cup race on Sunday right there. Oh, and around goes more trucks. Davis goes around the 9. And this one taking more with him, 13 to 21. And unfortunately, Sean Gus found the tire barriers down here at the inside. There, caution number 3 comes out. Trucks are tricky right now. The start up there, Davis, I think, is. See 2 trucks split right there at the camera. Oh, hold on. The 81 goes on his side, and then unfortunately the tires in iRacing don't move. Let's there's the 18 already going around. Let's actually rewind this and we'll see how this started. Well, it looks like everybody's just trying to just find a spot and kind of mind their P's and Q's here. Oh, you see the 9 actually got loose, and he had Doe on his outside. He rolls down, hits the 81, who does a rail slide to the inside. Pretty interesting how that worked out. Sean Gus, unfortunately, is not able to stay above the yellow line here. See. Of course, the podcast with Taylor Kitchen and talks racing and stuff, but unfortunately this time he gets knocked below the yellow line and even further. Zanai clues him, sidewinder, and like I said, these tires don't move. It's unfortunate. I think back to was it the Will Power double bird race that Tony Kanaan was flipped over there when he hit those tires? And obviously, it looks like they're shortening up the caution laps, trying to get this race going. You know, as we have not yet succeeded on passing turn 2. They're trying, and they will do it. I know it. I have faith in them. All right, so Hennessy brings them back to the green. Sable second and side by side. Everybody getting single file here. And one truck off the pace, but otherwise I think we finally made it through. Turn 2 has been succeeded. Let's see if these guys can get themselves into a rhythm here. Is the 02, the Christian car, our truck on pit road now. As here's your first battle on track. As up, another one getting loose, up, another one getting loose, and the 6 is gonna lazy spin and bring the caution out. So DS3 bringing out the caution. Louis Schramm to third. We're making progress. We got 2 laps in that run. Let's see if Dewey got some help or... Dewey's down on that bottom lane. I can tell you already that's trouble. That lane works in a real life race, but here, not so much. I've spun off that lane so many times. And that Boston Red Sox colored number 6 truck. Bringing out the caution. All right, so I need some help. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it in the form of a survey question here. I'm going to ask a question to the viewers watching. I need your help in if I should do this or not. So going to be some typing here for a second. All right, there's the question up there. So obviously doing a walk on Saturday. And the $1 million question, should I stream myself walking for 3 hours? Gonna. Yeah, I could do 1 of the hours, 2 of the hours, whatever. I don't care. It's just more for fun. You know, we could do something creative. I've been trying to think of some creative things to do with it. Of course, this is more something my friend's actually running all 6 hours in, but I told him I would do half of it and walk it because I'm not in shape to run any, but that'd be something kind of cool to do and be creative. And I don't know, you guys got some ideas or whatever, we can go from there. As you know, I was looking at the dates and stuff here throughout the week, and of course I don't know Monday from Tuesday anymore, but you know, the one thing I did catch that Saturday is actually the 7-year anniversary of the passing of my dad from cancer, so it's like maybe I do something there or whatnot, but we'll figure I'd get some answers from you guys. You guys let me know what you think, and we'll go from there. So otherwise, getting ready to go back green. Let's see if we can get going here. Is the 94 leads, of course, up front there, and I cannot help but look what is on the back of his truck there. So we're adding characters. Last week it was Paul Blart only. Now we've got Bob the Builder, and is that Queen Elizabeth over on the right? That's an interesting character. That's as we come to the green at lap number 18, can Hennessy lead all 100 laps? I mean, right now, yes, he can. As we go to the green, see if Sable can go with him here to the lead. Austin Hakes there third. Davey Hendricks fourth. Garrett Sitnor, your top 5. Here we go. Unfortunately, you get into a race like this is where people will really start driving a little over their heads. And you hope this is not the case as people trying to get track position, see if everybody can keep themselves under check. As down the back straightaway here, everybody good as we work our way to turn 3. Sable putting pressure on the outside lane here. You see Hakes even sliding higher there through 3 and 4. And you see how tough it is to pass here as we ride on board the ice cream truck of Henry Etta Bordeaux, or Hen as he likes to be called. Over to bumps and into 3 and 4. You see the 44 making a move up front there. Davey Hendricks to third as he passes by Hakes. as Bleakin, I just actually mixed Blake and Veekin together. As they try to make he's trying to get around that 26 on the outside. Saw a couple trucks getting loose back here. Cal Lovall started towards the back, and because of everybody spinning, has worked his way up some positions here at the start of this race. As we look up here, Garrett Sidnor making a move past Ethan Hallis for the 6th position as Hallis looks on the bottom side here. Hallis with the Paul Blart paint. Oh, one truck in for the infield there. And William Page jumps over the road course section there and keeps it going into 42. Good save on his part. Can't help but wonder how many trucks here are going to try to maybe go to the distance on fuel here, because now we've gone green for a few laps now. And if this race can stay green, can they find a way to go 78 to 80, 81 laps on a tank of fuel? 15 slides up the track a little bit there. You see Davey Hazard in the 2, the 54 there of Ingram. You're going to see some trucks shifting. As you're starting to see flames pour out the side of the trucks at times, and that's trucks downshifting into the corners. Oh, and around goes the 55. And no caution yet, but he saves it. Keeps it off the inside Armco. Turn 2 claiming another driver here early in this race. But this time, no caution. We stay green as Hennessy 0.3 of a second lead. Cam Barnes there behind him. Kerry Rogers, Noah Joyce, 10th, 11th, and 12th. And Dorian Davis up to the 17th spot after spinning out a little bit ago. And the 13, Austin Spencer in the Tillamook Creamery car, truck, whatever it's called. Oh, and now he's in a crash. Look out. And he's able to save it. For the lead starting to shape up here. Sable gets to the back of Hennessy, and they're about 7/10 ahead of the 44 Davey Hendricks. As these guys look pretty solid right now, and you see Cam Barnes inside of Ingram now for 9th. They do have a reset to use in this race, thankfully, so if they had some damage from, unfortunately, being a part of a wreck or something in this race, they can go get it fixed and get back out there and work. And that's where you're seeing some of these trucks. You look back here, 12th right now. Jake Collins was involved in that wreck a little bit ago in that JBL Toyota, and he now has climbed up to 12th right now as we slide up ahead here. As Hazard trying to get around Hallis. Everybody's getting loose off these corners. A lot of the front downforce working pretty well, but unfortunately rear downforce is a very big lack at a track like New Hampshire. See trucks getting kind of double file through the corners, and then they kind of single out back down the straightaway. As here's Veek into the inside of the 31 at Noah Joyce for the 14th, make that 13th position. You see both of them getting loose off the corner. You see Bordeaux back there without him, back there with them. Trying not to spin out. As you know, it's very tough to complete a pass here if you're Blake. Down there, you almost have to pull a slider. And if you're someone like me who doesn't know how to really do one correctly, then it gets really tough to pass here. Because you got to be able to enter the corner and hope the guy backs out early and you can just kind of clear him. Collins up to the 10th position right now as he goes inside the 54 of Ingram. So now you're going to start seeing some of the tire wear come into play here. You see some of the trucks already about a second off the pace. And those that came to pit road maybe took a set of tires or, been able to kind of manage them. And those guys are going to start working their way up towards the front. As Hennessy still leads by 0.3 of a second, and it's about 2 seconds back to Davey Hendricks, Hakes, and then Luke Smith, your top 5 now. Again, appreciate everybody hanging out with us here on the Captain Esports Network tonight. Want to mention, of course, you've been seeing us throughout the last few weeks posting YouTube shorts of all the finishes and maybe some exciting moments from the races. And now we've started as of earlier this week, thanks to a good friend Diego Sainz, who's helped me with the old TikToker. I'm not a good TikToker. And he has helped me with posting those videos now there too, so you'll get 2 ways to now watch highlight videos and stuff like that. So make sure you do look up the Captain Esports Network on TikTok, and of course if you haven't found us on YouTube, then how are you watching this right now? As 7 gets a little loose. One preventative way for you to keep this truck under you right now, and I'm waiting to kind of see if anyone's doing it, is do what they call the diamond. Enter the corner straight, let the car or truck slide up to about where the 28th is of Hakes, and then bring her back down towards the middle groove so it's straight off the corner. And that'll keep your rear tires under you as much as possible. And actually kind of looked diamondish right there, what Austin just did into the corner. You obviously want to keep yourself off that bottom groove. The bottom, you see in real life racing actually works, but here in iRacing, no, it makes that truck drive ugly. Don't go near it. As there's Barnes losing that spot to the 82 as mentioned. Oh, Dorn into each other, drifting. Nice save by the 7. Ingram back there with him now, and you see Kerry Rogers, the 36, back at the 12th position. Hennessy now pulling away 0.7 of a second. As we watch Hakes now under attack, here comes the Purple Crush, number 39 of Smith. Of course, usually it's Orange Crush, but Purple Crush. And Lou Smith up to the 4th position, so good run for that 39 here so far. But everybody kind of spreading out now. If you're somebody like Merzlak or Hoang Do or Michael Murata pitted at lap 15, these guys here, they're going to try to stretch 85 laps on a tank of fuel. I mean, a truck is very tough to save fuel. Oh, caution, never mind. Forget everything I just said. Hong heard his name get called and he spun out. Turn 3 and 4, the 06 goes around. And let's see what happens to the 06 here. Brings a caution out. Ooh, 13 gets super loose, and he gets loose. He goes in the corner, and I thought he had some rear brake. Oh no, he and the 13 are going to hook. Ouch. That whole inside line pushing up in the outside line deal, that's what just happened there. All right, so we're going to see leaders on pit road here. The answer, yes. Is this a time where you see some tire stops? 2 tires, maybe. Seeing 4 tires from everyone, it looks like right now. Race off pit road, going to be Hennessy, barely. All right. Gonna quiet my mic here for just a quick second. All right, back we are. All right, been, I don't know, the last couple of days had this like little tingle in the back of my throat, like a cough or something, and I'm just like, all right, time to get some water. As we get ready to go back to green lap 44 this time, after the longest green flag run we've had tonight there. It has been Hennessy leading every lap. He's trying to pull a Jeff Burton here. As he brings her to the green flag, lap 44. After everybody's come to pit road, the fuel mileage answer is now out. It is all about getting what you can get now, track position wise. And again, got to be careful here, cold tires. Everybody now in a rhythm. As the battle on for third is Hendricks, I should say, and Smith side by side. See Hakes right there on the inside of the 34 of Sidnor. Hennessy running the fastest lap that time by 30.88. Ooh, truck's getting loose again. We've been seeing it pretty much all day off turn 2. Dorian Davis up the track. You see the 5. Count Love all the 26 there, Bordeaux. This is back at 15th right now. A lot of guys is being cautious right now. And here comes Sable to the inside for the lead. Ooh, leaning on each other as Weaver looks like had an issue this a second ago, and Sable's actually going to lead this lap. They're going to slide her into turn 1. Nope. This time by. The 94 drives in there pretty deep. Ooh, going to use them up a little bit. Cleared them. 94 going to drive it back in. As looks like Peterson had some issues off turn 2 a second ago. And around goes Hennessy back to the front. And Sable's going to try it again. I mean, there are trucks in the back there just having all types of issues in turn 2. Can Sable clear him? And crossover by the 94. I was about to turn the camera around over there. He got him cleared. Look at that. Oh, no, he did clear him. There's the 23. We're going everywhere here. Great fight for the lead here. Oh, look out. Clears them, and now caution comes out for Austin Spencer and the 13 who has gone around. Now, some of the best racing we've seen in a while there when it comes to here on the Captain Esports Network. Those guys, crossovers galore here, like we're running at Super Speedway or something. Great stuff. This is an opportunity to kind of catch up here and see who all had off-track issues here. Start lap 48. Weaver goes spinning. Noses it into that guardrail. Lap 49. It was John Peterson's turn. Off the side of the 62 of Murata. Oh, he knocks the back bumper off the barrels there. All this was going on during that fight for the lead, by the way. And then Tyler Stallhood had issues. So when I tell you everybody's having issues off turn 2, they're having issues. And then the one that brought the caution out, Austin Spencer. All right, so 55 laps complete. Laps on that run. Does anybody trying to go off strategy here? One thing about New Hampshire I've always learned, and of course it can always change with builds and stuff like that, is this track very notorious for people using their fresh tires, and it works for a short time. And if you get a quick yellow right afterwards, it usually destroys it, the run on the new tires. So here I think I like the track position better, and that's what it looks like everybody's doing. All right, so should get one to go this time by. And again, just for those watching, tonight going to be the last race until July 3rd. So no broadcast tomorrow night, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. Obviously taking a little bit of a break. I will put some TikTok videos up and YouTube shorts and stuff like that throughout the week. But we'll be back next Wednesday night for a July 3rd extravaganza, and then take another few days off. Yeah, appreciate the viewers hanging out here tonight. Obviously, New Hampshire, a very tricky track for these guys tonight, and you know they're out there battling hard. And appreciate you guys hanging out here. Hopefully, you're enjoying the broadcast part. If you are, hit that subscribe button. If you're not new here, we appreciate you coming back and hanging out. And make sure you pass the word on to your friends and family. And for this, why not? Let's try it. Let's turn it up here as we go green at lap number 57. That's tradition, by the way. There, walk away using caution come down. So blame me for that yellow. How about that? Looks like Noah Joyce had some issues. Let's turn the audio down here, and there's a 31 off the track over there. Oh, got the inside guardrail there. Let's rewind a bit back here a little bit. As we have some trucks coming to pit road. Oh, he gets hip checked by Condorian. 18 into 31. Thankfully didn't blow his motor up. Usually a shot like that into that barrier usually will blow the motor up pretty good. But he's able to carry it on after the contact, and you can see obviously something looks like broken maybe in the truck. But pit stops here. Looks like Darren Ingram, Cal Lovall, Luke Smith, Garrett Sidnor, Austin Hakes, Ethan Hallis, Davey Hazard, William Page, Condorian Davis, all those guys coming to pit road. Some to get damage fixed, others to maybe go off strategy here. And this is going to give me an opportunity to do something I haven't had a chance really to do tonight. As let me pull open my notes here and let's talk about a driver here really quickly and get to know one of our drivers here in the series. And we'll start right up here with the driver of the 7 car, Cam Barnes. Running in the 4th position right now. Cam, a resident of Greenville, North Carolina. He is a 25-year-old, of course, season 10 champion. And I've learned this whole pronouns thing now. Apparently this is the new age of stuff going on where people are pronouncing things now. He calls himself he or him. So, big shout out to the 7 car of Cam Barnes running there in the 4th position. Another one really quickly we'll talk about is the driver running, unfortunately, 26th right now in the 26 truck. That is Hen Bordeaux, the member of, he's from St. Louis Obispo, California. 27-year-old. Younger brother Tommy, of course, has helped him. He's looks like been on iRacing since 2023, rookie season 2021 on NR 2003 as a LMP2 class win at the Watkins Glen 6-hour race. As we go back to green here, and caution tray pack out. And I don't see anything in the highlights. Up, John Peterson. And 43 having a rough night here. Let's see what happened to him. And you hope that these trucks made it across the start-finish line before this happened, so that there's none of this glitches that happen on iRacing. It has happened sometimes. Let's see, is the 43... Oh, 31 checks up. There's a spin in front. It looks like the 43 locks it down. That's who it was. I saw the 31 check up. Let's see what that was all about. Oh, a little bit of a checkup back there, and then the 6 gets tall, the 9 gets hit. Everybody made it across the start-finish line, it looks like. So, unfortunately, caution out again. Trying to see where that started. It looked like about mid-pack. Right. Saw the green truck of Hallis right near there. So let's see if there was a little checkup here. See a little bit of a gap start up where Tway is in the 88. Actually catches the outside wall. Whoa, whoa, big check. Unfortunately, Jay just got a little bit of a rude awakening right there. So Jay, of course, new to the iRacing thing and ran a lot of laps here, he said, by himself, but never got a chance really to run with anybody. But as you watch here, he's got a big gap in front of him. gets up there towards the outside wall, and then you wonder here, was he in the wrong gear maybe? But unfortunately, checks everybody up. So finishing up on Bordeaux, by the way. Apparently, Hen and brother Tommy have a cat named Sunny. So there you go. Focused on 2 drivers there in the series. And we'll see if we can try it again here at lap 68. As Hennessy leads them back to the green. Sable, Barnes, Hendricks, and others. You know, it's been all about the track position tonight. Everybody who's pretty much been up front has run up front the whole entire time. And caution back out. As the 81 has gone around the 15. Looks like Page has gone around. As we see from Krastowski here. Contact's going to happen up ahead. I mean, they're 4 wide right there. The 15 of Hallis looks like it's turned. I mean, they're 4 wide here. Holy moly. And 42 gets into the side of the 15. It's a 31. And caution comes out again. Look at it one more time. Fifteen's down there in the apron, but does a good job. One truck blinks, but then he's got the 42 and the 31, and they just unfortunately all come together. I'm going to take an opportunity again. If you're watching here tonight for the first time, make sure you check out 4dracewear.com for your iRacing shoes and gloves and merchandise and so much more that you can take on and help your iRacing experience. Shoes are very comfortable. Basically, picture wrestling shoes with a hard sole on the bottom. And they're very light, very comfortable. And you can use those. The gloves look like the racing gloves all the way up to your elbows. And so on and so forth. Check out 4dracewear.com. And again, big shout out to Jim Herrick for all the hard work he does. And he's done multiple businesses now, of course. And, you know, this 4D Racewear seems to be the hot spot here. You know, it's one thing you don't get to see much of is equipment for racers. And if you want to feel, you're already feeling like the closest thing to a racer now being on a simulator. Now you put the equipment on and you really get to feel like one. So make sure you check out 4dracewear.com. As we get ready to come to the green flag at lap 71 now. 29 laps to go. As into turn 1, you see the 94 clear the 23, battle for third. Between Barnes and Hendricks, you see the 82 has climbed his way in. Jake Collins, he was one of those cautions earlier, unfortunately. And he has rebounded. And look at the guy in 7th. Ho Long Do has spun about everywhere on this track so far tonight. He is up here in the top 10 now as cautions back out. And I have no clue where it's at. There it is, 21 truck, Ricky Sisk Jr. The RabidRetroGaming.com. Of course, we actually posted something in our Discord, on the Captain Discord here earlier this week, promoting that company there out of, was it Illinois, I believe? Forgive me if I'm wrong. Pretty cool retro game list that they have there on their website. You can order online if you're one that has like retro systems and stuff. You can check out their games. Let's see what happens to RSJ. Oh, looks like some contact, and he tries to lock it up, and unfortunately goes for a spinneroonie. There's something going on ahead of him. Alex makes a dive into the corner, and oh, look out for that guy. It's the 88 at Tway, unfortunately. I think he got spooked by the 15, and unfortunately, I think he forgot his brakes. All right, one to go this time by as laps matriculate away. So I saw some interesting rumors today, by the way. Let's put these out here and talk about it a little bit if you'd like. Looks like Bowling Green, or not Bowling Green. There's college now. Bowman Gray looks like is going to be the home of the Clash next season, according to a report that I saw on Twitter, a rumor. It's not confirmed or anything. It'd be interesting. As we go green, 25 to go. And caution back out. As Bordeaux's going around in the ice cream truck. Kind of like the idea of that happening, because it'd be the closest thing NASCAR can do to what they did at the Coliseum. And obviously you saw the crowds at the Coliseum they were good. Could have been better. But obviously, you could probably fit that same group in the Bowman Gray. Save the teams a whole heck of a lot more money. And put on a show on a similar like stadium. Let's see what happens. Oh, the poor 9's been hit by everybody tonight. But Bordeaux goes for a spin. Plus, that might actually help us get the track on iRacing. Can you imagine Bowman Gray being here? Oh, boy. Yeah, 26 just gets tight, slides up into the 9. All right. So 21 laps to go. Unfortunately, the pace car has led to most laps here this evening. You're going to get the extra bonus point. As here we go, Hennessy leads them to the green. Ooh, 36 of Rogers getting loose. Nice save on his part. And looking to stack it up now. 2-3 wide through 3 and 4. Everybody trying to get whatever positions they can get here. Oh, and around goes to 15 of Hallis. And Sis goes around and others. And once again under yellow. As this race has seen its share of turn 2 follies tonight. As Hallis sends it down there into the inside of Haynes, who gets contacted with the 62 as they're 4 wide through the corner. Haynes makes the save, but the 15 goes around off the 5, and unfortunately, issues here at New Hampshire for this track and turf truck series season. And race number 4. Cup season going to be kicking off here Saturday nights here in the very near future. As a matter of fact, this Saturday will be their first race Saturday night at, I believe, Daytona. These guys are doing their best. It's looking at the positives here. Unfortunately, we've had our share of cautions tonight, but these guys are out here racing hard, doing the best they can on a tricky track with a tricky truck. But the guys have done a good job up here at the front, keeping it clean and keeping their trucks out of trouble. Tennessee's led all but 1 or 2 laps as Sable led. Had that great side-by-side battle where they kept just switching with each other and crossing each other over. And unfortunately, it didn't work out. As pace car pulls off. And Hennessy pulls away. Everybody's sorting it out. Looks like staying straight here off the back straightaway down to turn 3. Oh, and around goes the 11 into the inside wall. Ruiz gets turned, it looks like. When it rains, it pours, unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately, 13 gets in the back of him. And the Nike Run Club number 11 heads for a spin. He didn't damage the truck too much. Good job by everybody to stay up. That could have easily been bad if somebody worked their way down the track towards where Ruiz is. We've seen people do that thinking he's going to come back up the track and never move, and bam, contact's made. But everybody did good with staying predictable there and missing the action. And here, some interesting, that's what I figured, some faking going on with Collins and Viken. So kind of curious, what racers do we have watching? I know Davey's watching. I see him there. I know we usually get a few of the racers will be in there just wanting to hear the stream because they want to hear me calling a race while they're trying to race, which I kind of don't get at times because I'm like, I get distracted easily. So like if I'm racing on a stream and somebody's streaming a race, I don't want to hear them talking like about me while I'm racing. It just would be awkward to me. As we come to 11 laps to go, this time by. As we come to the green, 11 laps to go. Let's see if Hennessy can finish it off. Can Sable make a move? Can Davey Hendricks do anything? Oh, and here we go again. Big wreck this time. Somebody didn't go, and a big checkup. Hazard gets turned. 21 around. How long Doe got turned into the wall? Everybody's wrecking. This one happens up at the front here. Looks like Barnes had trouble getting going here. Let's see. Yeah, Barnes didn't get going. Something wrong gear maybe. 39 gets in the 06. There's 2 getting turned. He's going to get the worst of all that. Unfortunately, very tough to do on these straightaways like this when they're flat and really no bank or corner to them. Is unfortunately you're going to get checkups, and you see Davey just gets turned. So we do, believe it or not, get 5 overtimes if needed here in this series. So this could get interesting here in a couple laps, as unfortunately it is seeing its share of yellows here tonight. But just peeking over here at the schedule for the series. Of course, it's New Hampshire here tonight. Give me a second, I'm getting myself all lost all of a sudden here. Off week next week for the 4th of July holiday. Then we go to Bristol on the 11th, and then Atlanta Motor Speedway on the throwback night. And then Phoenix Raceway, the final race in July, will be the final race you see here for the Captain Esports Network, as we will be moving on to another commitment. And I'm not sure who else is going to be coming in, but somebody's going to be coming in and taking over after that at the Watkins Glen International Raceway on August 1st, and taking you all the way into the playoffs, which kick off August 21st at Lucas Oil, or August 22nd, Lucas Oil Raceway. And the final race, October 3rd, Nashville Super Speedway. Again, once again, I appreciate everybody who's come and hung out tonight here on the Captain Esports Network. Of course, we're on most nights of the week. We're done after tonight, though, until Wednesday, as people are taking the 4th of July holiday off, other than the Wednesday Night League that has their league championship race coming up next week. It'll be the one broadcast we have all week long. As we come to the green, 6 laps to go, as Hennessy leads them again. And I see Weaver looks like having trouble getting going. Weaver has been involved in a few wrecks now into the top 10. As I think it's... Is that how long it was down on the apron just now? Or maybe coming off pit road. At the time we spoke, there's we hit 5 laps to go this time by. Can we get to the finish? Look at Cal Laval coming to the picture here in the 5 truck. That K&N truck's been involved in some action, so is that 62 Murata. Sable and Hennessy pretty much running the fastest laps of the race that time by. These guys laying laps down now. Three laps to go. You see the truck shifting up there at the front. And of Of course, when you shift, you got to worry about wheel spin coming off the corner even more now. Go back here, you see the 54 of Ingram work his way into the top 10. Up to the 10th position, coming to 2 laps to go. Hennessy pulled away to 0.3 of a second that time by, as the top 2 have driven away. Looked like Hanks was off the pace there for a second. As through 3 and 4, here comes the 94. Can he get back to the white flag? If so, the race is official. And he has done it, final lap. The Sable have anything for the 94. A night that unfortunately has been filled with yellow fever. Going to be a night that we remember for the streak ending. Eric Sable gets 3 wins in a row, but tonight, Andrew Hennessy puts his name on the board as he wins at the Magic Mile. Sable second, Hendricks third. As Hennessy wins it from the pole. As the Boat Clan gets to celebrate. Oh, no, he killed the nose. Kids, don't watch this. Kidding, obviously. As the 94, I think, just went kaboom. As the results. Hennessy wins it over Sable by 0.6 of a second. Davey Hendricks third, Jake Collins fourth, Cam Barnes ends up fifth, Kerry Rogers sixth, Blake Veeken seventh, Joseph Weaver eighth, Cal Lovell ninth, and Darren Ingram 10th. Stephen Merzlack was, I think, hit everything but the New Hampshire lottery tonight. Finished at 11th, Michael Murata 12th, Luke Smith 13th, Garrett Sidnor 14th, and Austin Hakes 15th. As we look at the rest of the field, with Page finishing 16th, Noah Joyce 17th, Ethan Hallis 18th, Bordeaux 19th, and Peterson 20th. Ruiz, Gus, Krastowski, Dewey Schramm the 3rd, 24th. Jason Christian 25th. RSJ there at 26th, Condorian Davis 27th, Tyler Stallhood 28th, Jay Tway 29th, Davey Hazard 30th, Huang Do 31st, and Austin Spencer, unfortunately, rounding out the field in the 32nd position in the race. As we go down trackside now and talk to our top 3 finishers, and let's start with the 44, who's in the interview room ready to go here, that Pennzoil truck of Davey Hendricks. Nice job here tonight, Davey. Obviously, the race going to be remembered for something else, Yellow, outside your truck. But unfortunately for that, but needless to say, still some good racing when you had the green flag racing going. You were able to work your way up to the top 3.
Yeah, I'm thankful we got at least one long run in there just to kind of gauge where the truck was, how quick I was going to be. I didn't think I was ever going to compete for a win, but I thought I had a top 3 to 5 truck depending on how cautions fell and, like, what lane I restarted in. I kept getting stuck in the inside lane on restarts, and I wasn't really a fan of it. But I kept having to work my way back around people or battle on the inside longer than I wanted to.
Just how treacherous was that inside line tonight, especially coming off turn 2, because it seemed like it was getting everybody.
It was pretty bad. I kept having to downshift, just trying to keep some type of acceleration off the corner to get, to keep up with the people who were getting the run off the top. There seemed to be a bump coming out of that corner that if you were on high revs and hit it, you were probably going to go around. So I tried to either keep my revs right below it or shift right before it to try and keep the truck from coming around on me.
Well, hey, had a great run tonight. Good battle there with Cam towards the end of that race, and even Jake there at the end. But third place finish, and send some shout outs whoever you like to.
Yep, appreciate it. Thank everyone who puts us on, all the admins that do it. I know it's a pain to do. All the drivers that showed up, everyone watching, and you up in the booth.
Appreciate it, man. Good job.
Thank you.
Davey Hendricks finishing in the third position here this evening. As did a great job of surviving there, as he did a good job on the restarts also, and ended up getting himself a podium finish. Well, the streak might be over for Sable, but he's definitely got a pretty good average still right now, as he finishes in the second position here tonight with just the way everything transpiring tonight. Eric, unfortunate there, but still, you and Andrew, let's talk about the crossing over there mid-race. That had to be a blast to be a part of.
Oh, absolutely. Andrew had the best truck from practice to qualifying to the race. And I finally figured something out, but there at the end, I was hoping to get side by side with him to give him a run for his money, but he just outraced me tonight. So, hats off to him. Great race by him all night long. But, I'll take second place, considering I was just struggling throughout, practice, and then qualifying. Obviously, second isn't bad, but yeah, a lot of cautions. And I really thought if that race went green, I know the back half of the field did pit for some fresh rubber, so I'm like, we're in trouble if this goes green. So,
Now,
hats off to Andrew.
I kind of know now what it was like to do mystery races back in the day for Nord.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
It's unfortunate, but it's obviously a lot of people racing hard here. But let's talk a little bit there. How tough was it running second? You're trying to get around Andrew at times. You get side by side with him, and just being on board with you, we could see how close you two were getting, just because how tough it was to keep your truck down and also keep it to where you can keep the momentum up to make that pass.
Yeah, the only way you're keeping that momentum up is you have to downshift to third. I tried running fourth a lap or two, but he was just absolutely killing me, on the edges of these corners. So I had to downshift. And that's honestly was rotating the truck as well, downshifting, getting that, the rear end of the truck to, rotate, and it was all about momentum. And and we were side by side numerous laps there. It was just, one turn I was on the low side, and next turn he was on the low side. So it was honestly, very, very fun and made you sweat a little bit. But unfortunately, all the cautions coming out really took, that out of the play.
Well, still a great job tonight, man. You still got that average finish of 1.6 or something like that. I'm not good at math, off the top of my head. Still a great job, though. Send some shout-outs.
Yeah, shout out to you. Do a great job broadcasting week in and week out. And I watch some of your other broadcasts do a fantastic job. So you keep up the good work. Congrats to Andrew, on the win tonight. He deserves it. And, everybody USORL, fantastic lead. Cautions were, concerning tonight, but still a lot of fun to be around these guys.
Absolutely, man. Well, great job on your end. Keep racing hard, and your more wins are coming. So,
thanks, buddy.
Hey, you too. Eric Sable, the second place finisher here tonight. As he talked, even off the air, we were talking a little bit tonight. You could hear how he was a little concerned with his speed this evening, and definitely continued into the race, and unfortunately falling up just a little bit short to this guy right here, Andrew Hennessy, who goes to victory lane tonight. The one guy I didn't talk to, I think, in the top 4 in the standings this evening was this guy here. As he goes to victory lane here, is obviously you've been fast every week in practice. I've been keeping track of it, watching your name up there at the top of the boats. No pun intended there, but you obviously, well, I don't want to say with help of the yellows, because obviously it helps you, but Eric did say you had the fastest truck. You two had a fantastic battle mid-race there as you guys were throwing crossovers on each other, and definitely able to seemed like keep that race under control there when you guys were green. So congratulations on the win.
Yeah, it was fun when it went green. Obviously, the cautions kind of sucked, made it boring at the end. I wish we didn't have a fast repair. I think that's kind of hurting us with having cautions because I think people are more willing to send it, obviously, with having, a new truck, basically.
Right.
But it was fun on the long run. I think I was the fastest on the long run, but, like, the first, couple laps of our restart, I struggled a little bit more, I felt like. But it was fun racing the 23 a lot when we got a chance to.
Was that a matter of?
I don't think we really touch each other, but it was a lot of fun.
No, you guys were close, but I don't think I ever saw any contact amongst each other. But how much was that? You mentioned the kind of lagging a little bit there in that early part of the run. Was that a matter of it just having the cold tires and getting them up to temp?
Yeah, I got used to running on old tires, and then just it didn't compute running on new tires again right away, and then I struggled a little bit, and I was also saving my tires a little bit more than people behind. And I'm thinking, well, hopefully we're getting a long run, and it never happened, unfortunately.
Right.
But yeah, it was fun.
Obviously, it's got to feel good to get Eric out of victory lane and be the guy to do it.
Yeah, I didn't expect to do it at New Hampshire. I mean, I felt really fast and confident more than Charlotte and Auto Club. I feel like I'm better at shorter tracks than I am at the bigger tracks. But definitely didn't expect to have the amount of speed I had on a long run, which felt good.
I guess we shouldn't talk about going to Bristol next in 2 weeks then, huh?
Ooh, I can't wait for that. Except for the cautions. The cautions are going to be worse, but
shorter laps.
Hopefully we can actually get a long run there. It's fun when you can actually get a long run at Bristol.
Oh, I agree. I agree 100%. And good news is the yellow laps are a lot shorter at Bristol. So, but
that's true.
Yeah, look at the positives here. So great job tonight, man. Send some shout outs to whoever you like to.
Yep, I want to thank the admins again for putting on this league. Hopefully, again, we can cut down the cautions, but it was fun racing when we were green. Gotta thank Captain Bob, Kevin James, Bob the Builder.
Okay. I was gonna say, wait a minute, who?
Everyone in the back of my truck, they make me go faster. I think the Queen really won me this race, honestly. She gave me 10 extra horsepower.
I was gonna say, did she give you the side force? She was on the far right there.
No, she's actually on the back bumper.
Right, but I'm saying the far right side of the bumper.
So. Oh yeah. She gave me more sound. She gave me more downforce on the right side.
Great job, man! Congratulations, and Bob the Builder says you can win it. So good job.
Thank you.
Absolutely. As Andrew Hennessy goes to victory lane here tonight, congratulations to him as he gets to celebrate with the guys. And unfortunately, you know what? The interesting thing about all of this is it's part of league racing. You get these kind of races sometimes. So makes it interesting on my end for trying to call a race. I actually went into my Discord for a second and typed in there. I was like, you know what this reminds me of? Because it kind of crossed my mind as I was doing this. I'm like, kind of reminds me of doing like rain fill at when you see the guys on TV doing rain fill for like a cup race or whatever, and it's raining, so they got to figure out what to fill it up with. So no, you know what? I appreciate the guys. They raced hard. They did their best, and that's all that matters. Appreciate, Davey for allowing me to be a part of the broadcast here for these few weeks, and it's been a lot of fun to get to know these group of guys. They're a lot of fun outside the track to talk to, and I can come in with my ridiculous humor and make them laugh, which is never a good thing, but appreciate them for allowing me to come do that. So we're going to head out and enjoy your 4th of July for all who hang out here on Thursday night. Hopefully we'll see you back on Wednesday when I return for a quick broadcast before the holiday. And otherwise, we're going to go take a few days off and relax with the family and have some fun. So look for YouTube shorts and TikTok videos and stuff as we get through the weekend. And we will see. Look for a link potentially come Friday night into Saturday if we decide to stream the walk that I'm going to be a part of coming up on Saturday. So we'll see. We'll go from there. And congratulations to Andrew on the win. Thank you, of course, to, again, Mr. Hazard for allowing me to stream the league and stuff. Big shout out to Track and Turf for sponsoring the series. And let's head out. And always remember, this isn't just a game. It's iRacing. See ya.
copyrighted broadcast will never be reproduced, reused, or retransmitted in any form without the authorized written consent of Captain Esports Network. Captain would like to thank all of his loyal fans for their continued support and hopes you enjoyed today's broadcast.
The following is a special presentation. From the Captain Esports Network.